Welcome. Hi, I am Laurel, and let me introduce you to my beautiful, beautiful co-host, Donna.
Well, I don't know about how beautiful, but oh my goodness, you guys, today I have toothpicks keeping my eyes open. Oh, Scotch tape. That's what I heard. Somebody behind um, Steve Kornacki's producer during this week while they were saying results for the election, they said he had Scotch tape holding his eyes and his eyelids open. So that's how I feel today. But hello, everyone. I'm Donna McTee, here to help host another in our third year, deliver you the news from around the Altspace community. We're getting ready for the holiday event season, so let's start again with events before we get to the rest of the Altspace VR news.
And before we even get to the news and the events, what you see up on the screen, congratulations are in order for the United States election and President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. Thank you to everyone for voting who could vote and for hanging out in all of the watch parties and everybody who are as well as around the world, out in the streets and their buildings everywhere, are celebrating or commiserating. And I have seen some of the footage that's come in from people banging pots and pans off their balconies and stuff. It's just shooting off fireworks. It's really an amazing kind of experience. And it's done. So we are thrilled that Altspace VR is a place where we could come together and participate in our own unique way right here on this election.
Well, done for today. I think there's a few things that aren't done yet.
I know.
However, wouldn't want to have all the magic in one day. So there are so many things to celebrate with this election, including the patience of American citizens to trust the process and to let the vote count take the time it took. I'd say global citizens get that appreciation too. We're all excited about the potential for bringing people together to heal wounds and find commonality among everyone. Something so important to our own Altspace VR community. Like the US and many like the US and many countries around the world, Altspace VR is a melting pot of people of all ages, religions, economic status, and geographical location. We cross borders to come here to connect and share. It's a beautiful thing, and we are celebrating with a hope for the United States today and into the future.
Absolutely. It's amazing feeling. Now, Yay, definitely. So now on to the events that are coming up here in Altspace VR, and already the holiday events are starting to show up in the calendar. We've also the great events tonight with Improv Night and Saturday Night Party, along with all of the other great events, concerts, shows, meetups. If you're hosting events here in Altspace VR, make sure that you visit our news and updates Discord and share your event with us, so we may include it here. Are you ready, Donna?
Now, to continue, oh, sorry, did you hear me slurping?
Yes.
I'm sucking back coffee. Sorry, guys. Oh, my goodness. I can't even remember my manners today. To continue our celebration, we're excited to announce that Wednesday is the third anniversary of Improv Night with Stevie Boy and Shiseki. 3 years bringing together volunteers from the Altspace VR community, show off their
improvisational
that one skills and acting talents, much to the amusement or sometimes utter shock of the audience. Anything goes in this literally free for all talent event. Congrats to the Improv VR team for this and all the amazing comedy, acting, open mic, and other talent and talk shows that they produce.
3 years. I think that deserves a huge round of applause for the Improv VR team. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Yay! The Brazilian samba drums are back tomorrow with, it is some great international music, dancing, celebration. We are so, honest to gosh, we are so appreciative when people share their culture and their music with us. And what a great opportunity to experience new things. So check out the Brazilian samba drums tomorrow.
Now, Monday brings us another session of Biohacking 101, bringing together people with an interest in wearable tech and optimizing living through technology. Their interesting conversations cover a wide range of medical, natural, technological, other topics, exploring the potential for human evolution and customization through science and technology.
Oh, I love it.
Sorry.
I can't. Picking on Donna when she's too tired is just too easy. It's just too easy. I love it. All right. I'm the same way. I'm the worst. And trust me, she's got plenty of time where she's picked on me for being sleepy, stupid, sleepy. One of the two. Meeting Monday to discuss the research projects and showcase immersive technology that they're all researching. It's been fascinating with the pandemic on. This group pulled together to help each other figure out how to do research. And during the pandemic, it's really hard when you don't have access to the schools, your labs, your test subjects and whatnot. And many of them are now finishing up their reports and their papers that were delayed by this. Others are just starting out. So so if you're a student and you've chosen AR, VR, and XR or some related studies, get involved with the VR researchers group because they have figured it all out. They love helping people dive deeper into research, and now they are the experienced ones on how to research in different ways for the pandemic.
Now, Gay Talk continues with a talk show on Mondays hosted by Edmund and Josh Chan, LGBTQ, with special guests each week. The topic and great participation show as well. So check those out on Mondays and enjoy the fun.
Speaking of fun, A Thing and a Place continues to disrupt Altspace VR every Monday as well, with Dawn, Stevie, and Ashley taking on a variety of subjects, including what they ate for their last meal or the weather. Honestly, anything is possible, including chaos. We can guarantee you chaos at this long-running comedy talk show that is very unique in Altspace. I think that's an understatement.
Now we head over to Tuesdays to check out 2 regular events, part of the We Are Improv VR team events, and they're back to back. First up on Tuesday is the For Mature Audiences Only, the event called Lights, Camera, Action, with Do Shokulo Oh boy, and polite. I'm sorry, guys. Today,
Dosha Cola.
that's what I meant.
Yes, all
Um,
right.
and the opportunity to show off their acting passions, followed by two host talk show. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, which is true. We use that all the time, right? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So now head to the show. Another adults only event that encourages a little too much drinking and silliness. You never know what will happen when these two get together.
Indeed. Now, everyone in here, let's give some hearts to room 2. Room 2 is now open. So show them your hearts to know that they're not alone. They're not alone. Yeah, the mirrored room thinks it's very weird. So beautiful, beautiful. Hello, room 2. All right. And welcome all you Quest 2 new users and whatnot to the AltSpace VR news and updates. All right. Tuesday, one of our favorite performers, Luke, is back with fantastic acoustical music. Luke has been performing concerts here in Altspace for almost 2 years and does a great, great show. Don't miss that on Tuesdays.
Now, on Wednesdays, students in VR meet this group by Educators in VR is a student-led, student-produced event and brings some great speakers to AltSpace VR. The students share their experiences, favorite educational VR apps, how they learn with VR, AR, and XR, and showcase a wide variety of speakers covering great topics, including recently Tom Furness of the Virtual World Society, who is considered the grandfather of VR, Rohit Shaban of VR Rocks, discussing XR student hackathons and educators and researchers already working on technology years ahead of today. So keep your Wednesdays open for this new meetup that happens weekly.
Yay! Thursday, Health Systems Chat is here as usual to discuss and explore 3D web surfaces and spaces through interactive, augmented, and mixed virtual reality. Wow. He is celebrating the online international conferences associated with these topics in Portugal, in Korea, and in Brazil. He set up a custom space like he does every week for people to explore as they tackle these diverse and great topics.
Simulation Nation with Graham this week features DJ Celeste, a professional digital entertainment and event industry specialist, music producer, and VR visual artist, who is leading a new wave of DJs who perform in VR. Learn how she does what she does, and then head to an after party at the Burning Man Solar Shrine, where she will do an amazing set on Friday.
That's to look forward to. If you're into having a party, VR Rhythm on Thursdays with Illuminati will also rock your world.
If you're looking to dance and party the night away, one of the many concert and dance events here in AltSpace VR. I have to say, you guys are being entertained. I know what. I hope you know what a special audience you are today, because Laurel has a problem with her modem. It keeps cutting out. And me, I fall asleep without even knowing I just fell asleep. And so between the two of us, I don't know who's covering who today, but hopefully Laurel is back soon. The Show Off Show on Thursdays and Fridays is a great opportunity, like so many we have here in AltSpace, to show off and strut your talents. It's also a great way to spend an hour enjoying the great talent we have here in AltSpace. Now, drum roll. Let me just. Oh, she left the building. Okay.
I really left the building.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm in room 2, even more fun. All right, can you see me? All right. Where are we at? Where are we?
Oh,
yes. Don't forget that our co-host, Donna McTee, she hosts Live Loved, 6 events a week to explore the Christian biblical beliefs and concepts. It's open to everyone. And Donna, as I go through the events calendar each week, I am so inspired by the prophetic topics you come up with for every week. I don't know how you do it. And this coming week, there's some great ones. And I just wanted to point out, I love the title Threads of People. Oh, that is
Mhm.
beautiful. So wonderful choices that appeal to so many. Thank you for hosting these great topical conversations.
Oh, that's very nice of you to mention. Thanks, Laurel. We do have some interesting conversations. Um, Now, these are just a few of the many events hosted here in AltSpace VR every day, every week, and every month and throughout the year. If you find an event you wish to attend, make sure you RSVP. Remember that AltSpace will send you an email reminder of the event 1 hour before. So if you love what they do, check the channel list to see if they're listed and subscribe to to be notified of upcoming events. So take a moment also to subscribe to the news and updates channel so you can be notified of our upcoming events so you don't want to miss a moment of what's happening here in AltSpace VR. And there's always something,
Indeed.
right, you guys? There's always something.
Always something.
Now, AltSpace VR news. Let's turn away from events. Coming up this week towards news related to events and worlds, and we can hope this is a sign of better things to come after the loss of the web browser.
Indeed. Now, a new release of the multimedia console uh, was arrived this past week. You can now retrieve the configuration ID from inside the configure prompt dialog in the app and use that to load the current configuration into the multimedia console web portal. That's a lot of words. The user can then edit that config and publish it as a new configuration to use in the MRE app. Unfortunately, existing sessions cannot be edited or loaded using this as it applies to only the new multimedia sessions. Have you used it? We are so eager. We cannot wait to hear your thoughts about these new versions after the show.
Now, a small release this week brought some good bug fixes to the AltSpace VR client, including fixes for users using the Xbox controller with a Rift. We're thrilled when an update comes out that fixes some of the little annoying things, as those often mean more to the AltSpace VR community than new features, though we love the recent new features as well. But yes, the mosquito bite can be way more irritating than the concrete truck, that's for sure.
Oh, that's a great description. I love that. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Now, after the great enthusiasm and success of the community Halloween World Tours event, we're working on it. News and updates, educators in VR, the creative writing meetup, and the World Tours group have teamed up with AltSpace VR for a series of storytelling events for the holidays. Now, we're still working on the details, but they're going to be announced on Monday. And we want to give you a sneak preview because you special. So you get advanced news here. We are encouraging people to host 30-minute storytelling events that highlight a holiday story from your childhood or wherever or whenever, like sharing a holiday tradition or maybe an original story. These may be easily done in the default AltSpace VR template worlds, the spaces, or you might consider building a holiday and story appropriate world for your event. We are going to be bringing back some of the special event worlds from the previous holiday storytellings, including Polar Express, Night Before Christmas, and The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, among many others. But during our discussion today, we're going to ask you, what are some of your favorite holiday stories? How do you celebrate the holidays? And we'd love to have you share your stories with us, as well as be thinking about what you could do for your own holiday storytelling event this holiday season.
Wow, very cool. Now get ready to welcome Reverb G2 users to AltSpace VR. Anybody planning to buy this marvelous device? Oh, I think this my Christmas Eve needs to include one of these, I think. Pre-orders are on and they should be shipping any day. As we reported last week, it features some of the highest LCD resolutions on the market, better than the HTC Vive Pro and Rift S, and many consider it to be a potential game changer with the longer cable for PCVR access and mobility. We're excited to not just welcome new users, but learn more about this new headset. So I'm really excited about this headset. I plan to get one of these.
You're lusting. I can see the lust in you.
Yes.
I can see the lust in your virtual eyes. I love it. I love it. We'd also like you to remind you that work continues on the Mac client version for 2D desktop access. I can't tell you how exciting it has been to welcome all of the Mac 2D users here to AltSpace VR. More and more world builders are now updating their worlds and kits to include Mac versions. And so please help us share that word. Spread the news. AltSpace VR is now accessible with a Mac, laptop, and desktop. And the more people who use it, the more AltSpace will keep it updated and keep this going. Which they used to have it, now they're bringing it back. Let your Mac user friends know. You know, honestly, it's really heartbreaking that Mac users don't even have VR headsets that they can hook up for PC VR. It's only Windows. So this is their chance for Mac users to get into VR, and it's a beautiful thing. So let all your friends know, and the more people use it, the more we'll give it a try.
Now, I'd like to also remind you that work continues on the Mac client version of the 2D.
No, I just did that. Do the one up above. Sorry, I jumped too far.
She is playing with me today because I am struggling here.
I know.
Okay, so testing continues with the new closed. That's okay. Testing continues with the new closed beta testing project that was also announced 2 weeks ago to help with the new web projector that enables in-world streaming of PC or Mac Chrome browser web pages into AltSpace VR to make media sharing easier and more robust. Currently, this is limited to Chrome users, not any other browsers. The beta testing project is limited and the limit has already been capped, so you may join the waiting list.
Now, go ahead.
Oh,
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe to our news and updates Discord. AltSpace VR channel, Twitter. She sent me a message and I'm trying to decipher the message. That's what happened to me. Today is not the day for shorthand, let me tell you. So our news and updates Discord, AltSpace VR channel, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and stay in touch with our live stream or our recorded YouTube shows to stay updated with what is going on with AltSpace VR. We're very proud of what Mark has created here, and it's really just a pleasure to be part of all of this, and we do it for you. So thank you for being here and supporting us so much.
Absolutely. And as I fade in and out with my darn internet, let's switch to some world building news. Is that where we are? All right. We have some interesting world building news for you. Actually, I'm really excited about it, but it's still early days. So let's start with the update to the diagnostics tool that is now designed to estimate the frame rate. And this is going to be this is the frames per second based upon Quest user experiences. And it is so welcome, as so many people have struggled without a Quest headset in world building testing, and they have to rely on other people. So they've now incorporated this into diagnostics. It is still in development. Okay, don't trust it yet. Don't freak out when it gives an error. People are reporting conflict information compared to the reports in their diagnostics from what they see in Quest. It's because it's brand new. So be patient as the developers smooth out the rough edges and rejoice that this is finally coming. I'm so excited about this.
Now, the Halloween World Tour event was such a powerful example of the creativity of this community. What diversity in design and The next 2 months will demonstrate even more diversity as the World Tours and events will feature holiday worlds. The World Tours group on Wednesday led a tour through the 2018 holiday and Thanksgiving parade floats. Excellent examples of world building with simple world building kits like the Geometrics kit. For the next few weeks, expect even more Amazing Worlds tour by the World Tour groups to encourage you to build your own.
Absolutely. And oh, you're going to love the holiday worlds that we have lined up for you. I just is my favorite time of the year. You thought I was having too much fun during Halloween? You ain't seen me during these holidays. All right. Work continues on the MREs and replacement for the web browser, helping us display and use slides, web pages, images, videos, and playlists in our worlds and events. Kai and Benji continue to improve their browser replacement MREs. Benji's slide MRE is invaluable, and it specializes in generating slides from slides.com and Google Slides, though we haven't been successful in Google Slides yet for presentations. Kai has updated his video player MRE to include playlist tabs, improve persistency, all kinds of good stuff. So check those out in the AltSpace VR's Discord's MRE discussion channel for details. And we are waiting literally any time now soon, the new AltSpace VR versions and anticipated improvements for their web portal and web access and stuff should be coming. I sure hope so.
I successfully did Google Slides twice last week. I couldn't
Nice!
believe it. I know I almost fell. If you
Nice!
had actually fall over in VR, I would have, but we can't fall over. Doesn't anybody want to be able to go to like lay down in VR?
I want to lay down. I want to lay
Sometimes
down.
I'm too tired to stand, and I just want to lay down by a tree or something, right? It's so frustrating. Somebody has to figure that out. So as the holiday edge into our calendar, as the holidays edge into our calendar and as we head towards the end of the year, can you believe? I mean, in one way, I can't believe it's a year, and in another way, like, let it be tomorrow. This year has got to go. It is like we're so done with this year. So let's take advantage of the classes and workshops right now in AltSpace VR before they stop for the holiday season. There are tons of videos and in-world classes on world building with Carnivore, and the computer science and VR team have both free and paid classes, and others are taking advantage of the free access to Unity classes on the Unity website. All the free information and tutorials out there from the AltSpace VR community and beyond. You guys, there's so many opportunities. And speaking as somebody who produces events, please build worlds. I'm desperate for worlds for hosting events, and so can't wait to see what you produce.
Absolutely.
Create.
Yay. And we want to showcase your world here in the news. So if you finish your world, share it with us on the News and Updates Discord in Share Your World. And we may feature it here in the news. I that's one of the things that Mark and Don and I, we love. We get the worlds in there, and then we race to take pictures of them and stuff so we can include them. So we love displaying and sharing your creativity. Now, before we go on to the discussion, we're going to merge rooms here. So hopefully this is going to work. So hang on to your virtual socks. Okay.
Laurel might have lost her socks. Oh, she's back.
No, everybody from room 2 should be in here. Let me double check and see if it worked. It worked! Yes! All right. Making sure you're back on there. All right, everybody. Okay. It is now time for our discussion section. Rumble. Now, Tom, love that. All right. So today's conversation is we're going to talk about the storytelling event that we're coming up. The news, we're still putting it all together, but we're hoping the news is going to be announced on Monday. Now, I grew up with my parents and my grandparents and uncles, aunts and uncles reading The Night Before Christmas and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, The Elves and the Shoemaker from Brothers Grimm, and so many wonderful stories. But the holidays are more than just reading aloud about the magical stories. It was time when we get together, it was time for sharing stories from holidays past, from all over the stuff. And my mother, I swear, she still loves telling the story of when I took her up to a cabin high in the mountains, deep in snow, and we cooked shrimp and lobster. We usually have fish for Thanksgiving. It was our local cultural like thing that we did, and so I drug shrimp and lobster up to the mountains, and we had it up there. And the neighbors had gone to Mexico for the holidays, so a herd of feral cats thought that we were the most interesting thing in the entire mountain, and they drove us crazy every time we went outside. They went, human beings, and just rushed us. So my mother loves telling that story, and there's more to it, but it was very funny. And my father's one of his favorite stories that he loved telling over and over and over again was when we had an exchange student from Japan who was still at that stage where they were formal, stiff, kind of nervous and everything. And the shock on his face when my father asked someone to pass the bread and my brother picked up a slice and threw it all the way across the table to my dad at the other end. My dad loved that story. He just, you should seen his face. So we all have these stories, good, bad, indifferent, whatnot, about holidays and about how we worship and do whatnot. So we want to share them. Donna?
Now we all have rituals in and around the holidays, some cultural, some religious, with stories of their own to share. We celebrate more than Christmas and American Thanksgiving at this time. We celebrate Hanukkah. We also celebrate what? Laurel.
I'm looking. Kwanzaa.
That's
Kwanzaa.
that one. Ramadan.
Yep.
So many holidays and all their own stories. So what stories would you share this holiday with us?
All right, we're going to be resetting the rooms again. While we're waiting, please hit the Mark's going to reset it, and please hit the raise hand button that's down in the lower right corner if you have a story to share with us. Donna, what's a traditional thing? What's your holidays?
Yeah, sorry. I don't have a storytelling story to share.
Do you have a favorite story that was read to you when you were a kid?
No, actually.
Okay. We need to create some new memories for Donna through the holidays. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. So what about you? What is a holiday tradition for you? How do you celebrate it? Anything unique? Anything about your stories? Hit the raise hand button. We would love to hear. My family was not traditional in many respects, though the older I got, the more I found it was more traditional. But Thanksgiving was always spent eating way too much food and falling asleep in front of the football thing. And then Christmas was my parents were divorced, so that I called it an I-5 Christmas, where we had to drive. I had to, they stayed put. I had to drive up and down Interstate 5 in Washington State to go to all the different Christmases that needed to happen. I hated that. I wanted to be in one place and just celebrate. All right, so anyone want to share their story about holiday tradition, how they celebrated Ramadan, Kwanzaa? I've got Ramadan stories too, all kinds of stories. Hit the raise hand button. I'd love to hear. We'd love it. Come on. Or what story would you tell? Do you have a favorite story from your childhood that you might consider? All right. Let's see. Lisa, how about you?
Well, I thought you might like this one, Laurel.
Mm-hmm.
Our family tradition is to stuff ourselves silly around the table and then sit in front of the TV and watch the Doctor Who Christmas special.
Yes!
Which is
yes!
on Christmas Day.
Are they going to do that this year? Is there one this year?
I don't know. I think a couple of years ago there wasn't a Christmas Day one, was there? It was after New Year or something, so I don't know if they're going to continue it.
Let's see. Oh, they do. It is.
Oh.
They say there's going to be one. They're hoping. And they show pictures of her in a prison cell. They're hoping that that's going to be the Christmas one. So we shall see. Yes,
Ooh.
indeed. Ooh, that's my idea of a good time. Love that. That would be brilliant. Oh, and it looks like they may be bringing back. Oh no, there's a time fracture theater. Oh, okay, now I'm down in the Doctor Who cesspool. Excellent, excellent. Oh, I love that. I love that. We used to for a while they had the it wasn't claymation. It was the stop motion of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That was the with Abominable Snowman and all that stuff, and that was such a fun thing every year to do that holiday. And then what's the movie that everybody has to watch on Christmas? It's the old black and white film. Ooh, who can
Oh,
remember
like
that?
with Jimmy Stewart, you mean A Wonderful
Yes,
Life?
A Wonderful Life. Yay! I hate that movie. Um, all right, Lisa, that is one. That's my idea of a perfect holiday. That would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oops, Alexandra, did you want to raise your hand again? Alexandra? Okay. Just disappeared. I feel like it's me when all the names people hit the raise hand button and then it disappears. So, let's see here. All right, there you are. Okay, accepting you're on.
Hi, good
Alexandra?
evening, everyone, or good day.
Hello. Hi.
Speaking of Christmas movies, I live in Greece, so we usually have to watch Home Alone every Christmas, and it's always the same one.
Oh, you just do version 1. You don't do the other versions?
It may be
The
version
sequels?
2 at its best, but that's as good as it gets. But it is a good movie to watch anyway, so it's
Oh,
quite nice.
beautiful. I forgot about that. That's a
If you
wonderful one.
guys, as well, if you guys have ever thought about coming to Greece during Christmas, it's really beautiful. The center is amazing. They really do a good job with decorations.
So
It's
what
really,
makes
really stunning.
the decorations and the celebration not just stunning but different from what you think it is elsewhere?
There are many, many lights. They have huge trees. I'm sure probably in New York it's probably the same or in the States. But it's truly magical. There's a vibe because it's cold as well. Actually, we're
Mm-hmm.
both in the same region, which is northern region, so it's cold and all snuggle weather. We usually have ice rings all around, yeah. We also have a tradition where the children usually go around from house to house with like a little triangle and they sing Christmas carols to all the
Oh,
houses. Sort of like
wonderful.
the Halloween tradition, how kids go around, except we do it with Christmas carols.
Oh, I love it. I wish we could do sing-alongs. We've tried. We try doing sing-alongs here in Altspace. It doesn't work. So it's awful, but we do it with passion anyway. Oh, how wonderful. I
It's always
love that.
merry. It's always nice. And I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to congratulate you guys on your wonderful show and vibe. You guys are
Oh, thank
amazing.
you.
Well
Oh,
done and
thank you.
congrats.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Okay,
Enjoy.
let's see. Thank you. All right. So, King 90, how are you? King 90? Do you, okay. All right. So King 90 is either having problems or doesn't have anything to say. Okay. How about anyone else? Boy, that Home Alone just brought up so many memories. We have one person in room 2. Mark must have merged it a little too early. Anyone else? I know that I have friends who love watching Polar Express and followed immediately by Monsters Inc. And the Monsters Inc. is like doesn't have anything to do with Christmas, but that's their thing that they do. And what are the other? Netflix just hit with all the holiday movies. But what about stories? Anything you want to share about your holiday, your traditions? We'd love to hear. Tunati. Hello.
I want to give an opportunity for alt spaces and
Mhm.
I'm actually going to be revealing one of the events that I'm going to be doing during Christmas. But
Mhm.
basically, there is a world called Animated Christmas Village.
Yes, there is.
And it is the most beautiful world I've ever been to regarding Christmas. So if you're interested in a Christmas vibe and you want to celebrate it with Alt Spaces and Digital Citizens, go there. Animated Christmas Village. Amazing world, whoever built
It
it.
it is. It was built by Chris Dungeon Master and Donna or Mark, dear ancient. Do you remember? I can't remember this. Anyway, there's two. It's listed. It's listed in the description of it, and I haven't seen Chris in quite a while. And I would, you know, it'd be lovely to host some events, and there would be really fun. But you have to get permission from the World Builder. So love that place. Wonderful. And the we have some built over the years. We built some great storytelling places for doing Polar Express, The Night Before Christmas, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Mark's got a beautiful place. He does Christmas at Red Butte and a few other things in a Victorian place next to a fireplace and stuff. We have all kinds of fun places we built, but we're looking for new events, and we're just asking for 30-minute sessions to read or share a story or whatever it is for the holidays. And I think it's going to be great fun. So wonderful. All right, Donna, are you ready for the holiday season?
Oh, more ready than most people would believe. But yeah, Christmas is my favorite. And Christmas decorations are spread out throughout my house. First of all, I have to clean it, and then they can go up, and I'm very excited. Christmas music's playing. I'm very excited.
And I am guilty of having 5 years of Christmas. I had this big tree, artificial tree put up with all kinds of decorations and things. And then I got busy, you know how life is. And it went 1 year and 2 years, and then third year. My housekeeper said, honestly, I'll take it down for you. And I said, no, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. And it's a typical conversation where you go, okay, so, you know, it's like May. Yeah. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. Well, now it's June. Well, and then it's July. We're almost to Christmas again. So why bother? Why bother taking it down? So it was up for 5 years till my housekeeper finally said, I am sick of dusting it. And I said, well, stop. And that'll make me do it. And she goes, I don't want to dust it anymore. And then my best friend said, I'll trade you. You fix my garbage disposal. I'll take down your tree. I said, okay, deal. That I could get behind. So it stayed up for 5 years. I'm so bad. All right, Ian. One last one before we go. Ian. Hey, Ian. Ian. You're up. Come on, Ian.
Ian, you're muted.
Ian,
Right.
Ian, you're still muted. Unmute. You stay where you are, just unmute. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you one more time. All right, accept the there you go. All right, what's yours?
I'm sorry, I just hit the wrong button. I
Ah,
occasionally do that.
okay. All right. Just want to check.
Mm,
All right,
yeah.
y'all. Okay. So, we're going to get ready for the holidays, get ready for a ton of holiday news and all the goodness that comes with it, including some Doctor Who Christmas story. And get ready. Be imaginative. This is a chance to read a story or write a story and share or tell.
Okay, and so while she hibernates for just a moment, I'm just going to say that that's all for this week's news and updates. We live stream the news onto YouTube every week, and you can catch up with past episodes to learn more about AltSpace VR, how it works, and what's going on in the community. We feature the AltSpace VR announcements feed in our news and updates Discord server so that you won't miss a minute of the news. Remember, the conversation also doesn't start here. It doesn't stop here. I mean, in AltSpace VR, Discord is actually our home base for our community outside AltSpace VR. And we invite you to join the News and Updates Discord to keep up with the news and activities here and around the VR industry and to share your worlds and events and updates. You can share them at discord.me/news updates. Please tell a friend and share our Discord and YouTube channel so others can keep up with the news in and around AltSpace.
And if you would like to volunteer to help us out, we would love it. We do this for you, but we need your help. We need more people to help us because the show keeps getting more and more popular. We need people to help us moderate. We need people to help us film, live stream the news, and everything else to supply us with photographs and news from the events and activities around AltSpace. We need writers and editors and photographers and reporters and moderators and backup hosts. And if you would like to help us, please let us know on our Discord server or after the show. We would really love to have the help.
Also, we will hang around after the news to answer your questions and talk about what you are doing in AltSpace VR. So stick around. We'd love to chat with you. And if you're talking to me and all of a sudden I blank, I fell asleep while you were talking to me, I will apologize now. So thanks to all our news updates, volunteers and moderators that help make this event such a success. Every event host knows that you cannot do this alone. It takes a team. So thank you. It's more certain today than yesterday, but with these uncertain times, please be safe wherever you are in the world. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thank you. Oh, Donna,